What's up, family? Man, I want to have a heart to heart with you guys today. And we're just going to chop it up today. You know what I mean? Man, we're just going to talk today. You know what I mean? I'm not going in on one or anything of that nature. You know, just sit back, relax, and man, let's just chop it up. I took the day off today and I just relaxed and just hung out at the place and just, man, just meditated and just fasted today and just studied and just, man, just spent some me time. You know what I mean? Just did some me time. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. And so often we have to learn how to unplug. So often we have to learn how to disconnect from jobs, from people, from our responsibilities of sowing into the lives of others and just all that other stuff. Sometimes we have to take time off and just, man, I'm just gonna do me. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna do me. And it's a trip because I love being out in nature. I love being at the ocean. I love being in parks. I love being at lakes. I love being around the river. I love being in the mountains. But I didn't do any of that today. And yet I still had peace. See, because I've learned to understand that, man, I could create that same atmosphere that I find out in nature. As far as the peace and the tranquility, I could create that right here in my own home, right here in my own place, my own dwelling. I could create that same ambience. I could create that same environment of just, woosah. You know what I mean? The same peace that you could get out in nature, you could create that in your own house. You can. The problem is the great majority of us, we've never really come to peace with ourselves. We've never found that peace within ourselves. We've never came to a place where we can just let go of whatever we've gone through, and it is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be, and just be at peace with ourselves. Be at peace with our past. Be at peace with our losses. Be at peace with what we don't have. Be at peace with what we have. Just be at peace. We're going somewhere today, I promise you that. And it's a trip because so many of us, we're at home and we're stressed out. So many of us, we're at home and we got to have the TV on. And a lot of times there's a bunch of foolishness that comes across the TV. Whether it's the news and all the negativity attached to it, that low frequency and low vibrating energy attached to the negative news, where there's the drama shows or all the stupid stuff that they be playing on, the reality crap, all the negative energy and frequency attached to that. Whatever it is that you allow into your place, whatever energy you allow into your place, that's the energy you're going to have in your place. It don't matter how nice it look. It don't matter how expensive the items are. If you let low vibrating energy into your house through your TV, through your radio, through your cell phone, through the people you allow to come in, that's the vibration that's going to dwell within your house. That's the vibration that's going to be in your bedroom. And so many of us, we can't sleep at night. Because again, we got the TV blast and we got our cell phone going and we just got the radio on and we just got all this negative energy in our bedrooms. We've allowed just any and everybody come into our bedroom. And all the negative energy that they brought in our room with them. Same thing with our house. We let just anybody and everybody come over. That's one thing I don't do. That's one thing I've never really been big on. You can't just pop up in my place and think you coming in. You can't just pop up in my place and think I'm gonna answer the door for you. And you just showing up unannounced. I don't allow anybody and everybody to come to my place. I could be cool with you. I could think you all that, but I don't allow anybody and everybody to come to where I stay at. And it's not because I'm ashamed, because I'm not ashamed of what I have. I'm not ashamed of where I'm at. I've learned that people carry energy and vibrations with them. And I don't want all of that crap left in my house. Sometimes people call you on the phone or people text you, and I don't respond to everybody. There's been a whole bunch of people I just cut off this year. Just cut them off. Because I don't have time for all the negative energy. I don't have time for all the drama. And a lot of times people try not to bring that drama because they already know, man, Elijah ain't about that bullshit. Elijah ain't about that petty stuff. Elijah ain't about that complaining and the woe is me. But that's still attached to that's still the frequency, the vibration they're on, regardless of what the conversation is that they're trying to have. There's a whole lot of people, man, they'll call and want to talk about stuff, and you can still feel the heaviness. You can still feel the low vibrating frequency that they're on. And so I've had to learn, man, I can't, I ain't. You know what I mean? I ain't and I can't. You know what I mean? I'm done. I can't help you. And it's not that I can't help you. You don't want to grow up. I'm not going to do anything to try to force you to grow up because I can't. I can't. And I'm not going to sit here and listen to your pity party. I'm not going to sit here and listen to your woe is me. I'm not. Especially when you're not trying to change the situation. There's nothing worse to me than somebody who knows, man, this situation I'm in is bad, it's toxic, but they won't do anything to change it. They'll sit there and talk about what they're going through over and over and over and over, and you could give them all the advice, you could put them in the right direction, point them in the right direction to get the help they need, and but they don't want to change and they won't change. And because they won't change, because they don't change, I'm done. I ain't nothing else I can do for you. I don't even want to talk to you anymore. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. And it's not because I'm mad at you. I just refuse to lower the frequency around me to your level. I don't have to do that. I'm not gonna do that. So many people are trying to find peace. And they can't find peace because there's nothing about them peaceful. Oh, we're going there today. We're going there. I'm just laying the foundation. There's nothing about them that says peace. There's nothing about them that says joy. There's nothing about them that says happiness. They can have all the material stuff in the world and they're still miserable. They're still frustrated. They're still depressed and angry and bitter and suicidal and everything else. Because it's not about the material stuff. So many people in relationships and they're still bitter and miserable. You're not even with that person anymore and you're still fixated and focused on that person who dogged you out 10, 15, 20 years ago. That person's gone on with their life. You've gone on with your life and you're still focused on what they did to you. How the heck are you expecting to find peace? And you're still holding on to all that negative crap. You still mad somebody got a job that you wanted 25, 30 years ago. Some of you are mad that somebody hooked up with somebody that you wanted 30 years ago. And you're still pissed. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. You can sit in church all you want to and still not have any peace. You go to the mosque all you want and still not have any peace. You can sit in the temples all you want and still not have any peace. You could be out in nature all you want and still not have any peace. God had to show me was Elijah. Peace, joy, happiness, it's a frequency. It's a frequency that your mind has to get on. It's a state of mind based on your frequency. Catch that. Catch that. It's the state of your mind based on the frequency you're on. You could do all the things in the world that should give you peace, that should make you happy, that should bring you joy. And you could still be mad, still be angry, still be ungrateful, still complaining. And you're still doing all the things that quote unquote should give you peace. Because it's not really about the place. It's about the state of your mind. The state of your mind. The real question is, how bad do you want peace? How bad do you want joy? How bad do you want happiness? Because everybody talks about it. Everybody said they want it. But they don't want it bad enough to let go of all the drama. They don't want it bad enough to change their frequency. They don't want it bad enough to change the way they think, to change the way they see life. They don't want it bad enough to change their perspective. They don't want peace, joy, and happiness bad enough to stop listening to all that toxic crap. Because the truth is, they want more of that toxic crap. That's the most important thing to them. All that negativity, all that drama. And you can tell that's the most important thing too, because that's what they continue to hold on to. That's what they hold on to. That's what they entertain. And then they wonder why they don't have any joy, why they don't have any peace, why they don't have any happiness. In order to have joy, peace, and happiness, you have to change your perspective. You have to change your state of mind. And for the most part, we don't want to. We're not going to. And so we try to keep the same mind frame and do different things to get joy, to get peace, get happiness. And it don't work. It's not gonna work. You can have all the sex you want. And after the sex is over, all that negative energy is coming right back to you. All that drama is coming right back to you. Because these things can't give you real joy. They can't give you real peace. They can't give you real happiness. You're not going to find happiness, peace, and joy in food, in alcohol, in blunts, in sex, in nature, in a house, in a new car, in a new man, in a new woman, in money. Because you can have all that stuff. You could be in all those places and still be depressed and still be ungrateful and still be sad, still be angry, unforgiving. We have to grow up. We have to figure out what it is that we really want in life. You could tell what people want in life by what they have. I'm going to say that again. You could tell what matters to people by what they have. You could tell what people really want in life by what they have. You can. Somebody that really want peace, somebody that really want joy, somebody that really want happiness, they're going to have it. Nothing's going to stop that from them. Nothing's going to deprive them of having that. No one is going to deprive them of having that. The truth is, the great majority of us We really want that negative stuff in life. And so we keep opening up doors so that stuff could keep coming into our house. We keep allowing that crap through our TVs and through our cell phones, through our radios. We keep allowing negative, toxic people to come over and have these stupid conversations with us. And then we wonder why we're not comfortable in our own homes. And then we wonder why we don't even have peace in our own home. Why we don't even have joy in our own homes. You sit there on the phone gossiping, lying, dogging other people out over your phone. You're releasing that energy in your atmosphere. Man, we got to grow up. We lay on our beds thinking about, man, I wish this motherfucker would, and da-da-da-da, and all this stuff we want to do to people. And we think all this negative stuff. Not even understanding, we're releasing that energy into our home, into our room. So it's not a coincidence that your ass can't go to sleep at night. It's not a coincidence that you don't get enough rest at night. It's not a coincidence that, man, you just feel agitated at home and you don't understand why. It's not a coincidence that your kids are agitated at home and don't understand why. Because of the frequency of the house, the energy within that house, these kids got to come home to. These kids are carrying that negative energy with them, some of them. They're allowing some of their toxic ass friends to come over and bring that crap with them. They're on the phone, they're playing video games, allowing that toxic crap into the house. Now they're agitated, stressed out, full of anxiety, tension, depression. We keep allowing that crap into our house. And then we wonder why. Man, how come I can't have peace? How come I don't have joy? How come I can't be happy? Because joy, peace, and happiness ain't nowhere around you. Joy, peace, and happiness ain't even inside of you. What's inside you comes outside of you. As within, so without. We say it different. We say as above, so below. As within, my mind. If my mind's at war, my environment's at war. If my mind is chaotic and stressed out and full of anxiety and tension, my world is that way too. My house is that way. My bed is that way. Because that's what's inside of me. When I change this, my environment has to change. But we're trying to change the environment, thinking the environment is going to change this. Because we don't know any better. We think getting new stuff, getting nice stuff is going to change this. It won't. It don't. We have to grow up. How bad do you want peace? How bad do you want joy? How bad do you want happiness? What are you willing to give up to have joy, peace, and happiness? What are you willing to let go of in order to have joy, peace, and happiness? And you guys have heard me say, man, that's my highest priority. That's what matters most to me. That's what matters the most to me, is my joy, my peace, and my happiness. I won't allow anyone, anything to come between me and my joy and peace and happiness. There's not a woman that looked bad enough that could come between my joy, peace, and happiness. There's not enough money that could come between my joy, peace, and happiness. I've had to learn this the hard way. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Man, I hope and pray that I said something to encourage you, to inspire you, and challenge your way of thinking. Man, I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.